3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, G-Ma. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, G-Ma. Okay, we're going to give you some helpful hints on hair cutting. So, Tucker does not like the idea of me giving him mohawk, so we're not going to do that. These are all you have, according to your text. These are actually beard trimmers, but we're going to work with what we've got. You should have some guards.
Maybe.
Since if you don't, maybe.
She might just have that.
If you don't, use whatever is on it to make it the longest you can make it, because G-Paul's picky and he doesn't like short hair. So, when you do that, my advice, because I don't cut long hair, Brett likes to be practically bald, so does Tucker, is to go the longest you can possibly go, and, hey, dude, and just go super conservative and slow. You're gonna go, here's my tip. Put it in like this, but pull it back towards you. Because the more you do that, then you're not going deep, so you're not gonna have any super short cuts here. It's not gonna go deep into his head. You're gonna be able to fade it in a little easier if that's what you're gonna try to do. So when you do that, you're gonna, I'm not doing it to Tucker because his hair's super short, but it's gonna be like this. You're gonna kind of pull it up towards you, be gentle, don't grab his hair. If he's anything like Tucker, that's gonna make him super angry. So, one way I like to fade, if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, is put on a really short guard or no guard, depending upon your comfort level. And, hold on, whoop, equipment malfunction. Take your comb, you can zoom in right here.
Oh boy.
So I can show her, look this way. You're going to take these hairs, take the comb, this is important, that's why we're zooming in. When you put the comb in there, pull it towards you at the top a little. Okay, so you've got that comb at the top a little. See how it's angled? It's coming towards me at the top. Then you take your clippers.
I can't see anything you're doing.
Okay, well, I'm not a professional, so I'm actually gonna take the guard off because his hair's so short. Turn that way. And this way. Okay, so come in with the comb like this, right here. You see me?
Okay.
Go up and then pull the top towards you a little bit. And then do this over the comb. Up, pull towards you, and then over. Up, pull towards you. That kind of naturally forces the stuff in the bottom of the comb to be shorter than the stuff in the top of the comb. So you're kind of just by angling your comb that way, forcing a fade. Force fade. There we go. Trademark that. That can be a new thing. So you're just kind of up like, thank you, Emma. Up like this, and then pull the top towards you. And then you're just, bottom hairs
I
will,
don't want to be bald.
the bottom hairs will just naturally be shorter than the top hairs, which is what you want if you're going to try to do all this. So there you go. And it's very slow, which is what you want your first time, because you can always take more hair off. You can't ever put it back. So that's what I do there. That's called clipper over comb. If you're not confident enough to do that, can I have my scissors? You can also do,
Say hi, Emma.
Hi.
you're supposed to say, hi, Emma. Can also do scissor over comb. That's another way to do it if your scissors are really sharp. You can kind of do like that. Although you said you weren't good with scissors, so my scissors are not sharp enough. So let's get to the part, the other thing I said focus on was ears and neck. If you don't want to touch any of this, just doing this and this will automatically make him look a lot better. So you just take this, turn it on, take the edge, and just go real gentle across.
So it's facing away from his head.
Facing away from his head, and just go around the ear. Be careful around this part. It's a little bit harder to navigate, but if you just kind of go in with the corner, and do that. And then sideburns are
More. Keep going. Now we can see what you're doing.
right here.
Yep.
Right there.
There you go.
Just kind of go till you get it even. Sideburns are super easy. Figure out where he wants them. Go in, straight down.
That's facing towards his head.
Facing towards his head. Super
There you
easy. So the back of the neck, I come in right here. Kind of already done it. I can clean it up a little. It's not perfect. I'm not a hairdresser, but you just make a straight line down. Go all the way down here. This is the other thing that makes them look like they've had a fresh haircut, even if it's not a proper haircut, is you get, look down, you get all this stuff off their neck, and you clean up this line right here.
That's good.
If we get rid of the ducktail, that's already looking a lot better. Tucker doesn't like this part because he's a wiener. So you just clean this up, go all the way down to where his shirt hits, because I've noticed that they have little peach fuzz there. You can clean all that up. It's gonna look like he's had a recent haircut and he just likes it long. So we'll go to the top part. You're gonna do, well, you can do these on the top. It's gonna take you longer because they're not as
Can't see what's showing up.
they're not as big as regular clippers, but if you want to do beard trimmers on top, you need to make sure you have super long, because wherever this goes, I wouldn't do these on him because it's going to cut his hair down to about there.
Take the clipper.
So I actually wouldn't recommend, with how G-Paul likes his hair, doing this. So here's, you want to take some good shears. If they don't have to be hair cutting shears, you just want to make sure that they're sharp. So here's the trick. Brett was asking me to explain how I make sure everything's the same length. Take your hair, can you see me?
Yeah.
Pull it between your fingers to wherever you want to cut off. So if he just wants a little trim on top, you're not going to leave very much hair sticking out of there because you're literally just trimming off the top that looks shaggy and uneven. So you're going to take that up like this, go straight across, go this way, straight across. Now, here's the trick. The hair you just cut, when you come over here to do this, you're gonna take some of the hair you just cut, don't lean into me, just be straight, and some of the hair you haven't cut.
Show her, because I don't know what you're showing.
So over here is a little bit straighter. This is some of the hair I just cut, and I'm gonna pull. If I just cut this part right here, then when I go here to cut over here, I'm gonna put my comb about right
So
here,
you get half and half?
so that I get some of the hair I just cut and some of this hair I haven't cut. And that gives me a guide on where, and then it all blends in that way too, but it gives me my guide of,
But then what? How do you
then
work,
you keep going.
how do you work your way back?
You just work your way back. So then I've got this hair.
That wasn't very helpful.
I don't, you can pull some of the front that you've already cut if that helps you. So you can see that we've got hair about right here. His hair's a little, you just, it really, the great thing about this and the great thing about G-Paw's hair is he's got Tucker hair. Tucker's hair is curly. So since it's not thin and sticks straight, if it's not perfect, nobody's gonna know. So, whatever hair you want, just make sure you cut a straight line. Straight line. Okay, so we've got a straight line. There's it. Now, we're gonna pull some of this in
Look at me.
with this. So we're gonna drop that, but pull some of this up right here. Okay, so now right here, you see this kind of straight right here, and it's a little longer right here. Now it's all even. And you just do that until you've made your way around the whole head. See how this is slipping through my fingers? That's because that's the shorter part that has already been cut. Now we're just going to even that up. And once you get to this part, you won't really be cutting anything because you've already cut that.
So how much should she be cutting off? Because you're cutting off like a millimeter.
I'm doing that because I have already cut his hair.
So if you were to cut his hair like we did 2 days ago, hold it up
So,
and show her how much you cut
Okay,
off.
so with Tucker, he likes his hair longer on top because just like G-Paw, he's a little OCD about how he fixes it and he likes it a certain way.
So let me back up and let's see how long Tucker's hair is.
So Tucker, when I when I scissor cut his hair the other day, I only took off about this much. I don't know if you can see that. It's maybe at most half an inch.
Okay.
If you're
So
not
half
sure.
an inch is like the width of a finger?
Right. If you're not sure, not confident, do less. You can always go back and take more out. You can't put it back on.
So let's look at Tucker's hair, because that's close to probably what G-Paul does on top.
Right.
His just goes up, head up, head up. His just goes up and over more.
So I have one more tip. If you get to where you cut it and you swoop it over and he goes, oh man, can see the line of all my cuts. Here's the trick. This covers up a lot of indiscretions. You take that hair back up. This is not an exact science. You don't really need the comb other than to comb it. Drop that comb. Take it like this. Take pointy side down.
Let me back up.
This is called point cutting. These are not my best point cutting shears because they're
Look at
not.
me. Like his head and everything. Look at me.
And you just grab little chunks of hair with the point of the scissors.
So
I know it sounds counterintuitive.
So now it's not a straight line.
So now it's not a straight line. Now each hair is just the slightest, you can't even tell, different length, and they blend in that way.
We're at 11 minutes.
Okay, so you just keep doing that. So take a little off the top, and you can actually do that all in one time if you want. I just took a little off the top, and now
Sometimes she wasn't watching.
you can do a little point cut this way. Now there's no straight line, so when you lay it back down, it's going to blend in a little better. Those are my tips. Anything else I'm forgetting? I don't think we're going to go super short here with G-Paw.
No.
So,
So just fade on the sides. Scissor
yeah.
cut.
My advice would be to put on whatever guard you have. I don't think these slide like regular clippers. So, again, the comb and clipper method is the best. Flat and then pull the top a little bit. And then you've got.
You can always try, and if it's going horribly, give us a call.
That is true.
Or a
Phone
FaceTime call, if you know how to
Or
FaceTime
FaceTime.
call.
Your phone will do that. It's really fun, and I can kind of walk you through it. But it helps to blend that in up there if you just do a little bit of this action.
Hopefully G-Paw won't stare at his feet like Tucker does.
Yeah, so I give Tucker the Switch to play on for fun video games while I'm doing this. Also, just don't do any of this. We got a little Wompy over here with his hard part because he was playing a fighting game and he decided to throw a punch with his actual body. So we got a little big right here with that one. Anything else that you think is helpful that I'm forgetting? I think that's it, huh, Tuck? You tired of me? I can clean up your fade a little bit, but I think you're over it. The back,
Turn his chair.
a little shorter in the back. I don't know how G-Paw does his hair. Boys like it short. Obviously, so what I've learned is Brett's hair is really stupid. I hate it. I don't know if G-Paw's has cowlicks like that, but his hair wants to grow in all different directions. Tucker's is a little bit, Tucker's is a little bit better, but I've learned they kind of have a back part, and where that back part is you're going to go shorter up to the back part. That you're going to keep short. If you're not going to go super short, then you got to keep it long enough that it lays down. But this little butt part, I call it, is from there forward is where your length is going to be. And you'll actually, my best advice is to look at the natural cut he's already had in it from a barber.
Yep.
And you can kind of just follow that. Because you'll see when you go to cut his hair that it's shorter here and longer up here. And you can kind of just follow that. So if you get stuck, FaceTime us or call us. I can help. But just remember, you're in quarantine. You shouldn't be seeing anybody anyway. So it's fine. If you can have a cute little girl in your bathtub while you do it, that's even better. All right. Say bye, G-Mom.
Bye.
Say good luck.
Bye.
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 Bye.